Hey everybody, it's Paul here, Ammerman Lawns. I just wanted to share a little bit of something before I start working. The day is Monday. I don't know what the day is. See, it's Monday, August 28th. Yeah. I think Wednesday's the last day of the month. Maybe Thursday, I can't remember. I think it's Wednesday. Wednesday's the last day. We got 3 days this week for the end of the month. Then I'll be sending my bills out to you Ammerman lawn customers. So anyway, I've seen a few people doing something on Facebook and YouTube once in a while that I just wanted to address. Something they've been doing, and I am guilty of it too. When I was younger, letting kids riding lawnmowers and mow the yard and stuff. You gotta be really careful with that. So I'm gonna read a little thing here. This is put out by Children's Mercy of Kansas City, Missouri, which they do some things up there that I don't agree with too, but I do agree with this. They put this out in the spring. 4 rules of lawnmower safety. Let's see, a good place to start. Okay. You probably have one friend. Wait a minute. You probably have the one friend who loves to mow. But for most people, it's a lot of hot, sweaty, dirty tasks at the bottom of the adult teen to-do list. Yeah, most people don't like to mow. Kids may even find the riding on lawnmowers exciting. But when it comes to kids and lawnmowers, things can get dangerous quickly. You got that right. Each year, more than 17,000 kids are treated for lawnmower injuries. These injuries include burns, cuts, eye injuries, and broken bones, which can sometimes lead to limb amputation. Yeah, that would suck. I almost had something similar when I was probably about 10, 12 years old maybe. I was starting to ride lawnmower, a good kind that would start pulls. I think it was like a 24-inch push mower. When I was a kid, I used to pretend I was mowing hay in the yard. I lived on a farm. I'd always pretend I was mowing hay. But I went to pull it, and the lawnmower came down on top of my foot and cut all my shoestrings off my shoe. It didn't get me. But I learned not to do that, to start the mower like that no more. I had to put my foot on the mower when you pull it. The older mowers, they made it where you put your foot on the mower. They had a place to put your foot actually. But nowadays they have this pull string in the back by the handlebar where you're not even up there by the blade. But the older mowers, you put your foot on the mower to hold it down, then you pull it to start it. That's the way they made them. Then they made it where the rope was longer and you pulled it back here on the handle nowadays, which is a lot safer. And you got the bar you got to pull down and hold, to make it run. If you let go, it quits running. The old ones didn't have that either. You had to move this thing over. They were dangerous. Okay, we're at kids could get hurt, eye injuries. They can get burns, cuts, and sometimes maybe you have to lose a limb. Okay, there we go. These lawnmower injuries are 100% preventable. Be sure to share these rules with all the adults in your life. Whether it is a spouse, a grandparent, or a next door neighbor that lets their kids play on his riding mower. How come it's got to be him? Should say on their riding lawnmower. It's always the guy. You stupid men, let your kids ride your lawnmowers. It should say your next door neighbor that lets their kids play on their riding lawnmower, not his riding lawnmower. Okay. Only men own riding lawnmowers, I guess, according to Children's Mercy. Okay, here's the rules. A child under the age of 16, a child under the age of 6 should be nowhere near a lawnmower at any time. Keep children inside or far away while a lawnmower is in use. Now, when I mow my clients' yards, I like for them to be in the house. All of them, I don't care if they're any age, at least sitting on their porch. You know, because I'm really cautious of where I'm throwing stuff out of my lawnmower anyway. I never point my exit deck toward the house. Always make my turn where it goes away from the house when you turn it, or a flower bed or anything like that, just to keep your discharge chute from making a mess or causing a problem. They say the age under 6 should be nowhere near a lawnmower. I say everybody shouldn't be around a lawnmower while it's running. Nobody. Okay. A child younger than 12 should not operate a push motorized lawnmower. So they say you should be at least 12 years old to push a lawnmower, a push mower. That's pretty young, in my book. That's pretty young to be operating a push mower, because they're pretty dangerous. I mean, you know, you could slip on if you got a nice level flat ground, it's not too bad, but you know, any kind of hill or something, what if you fall down and the roller rolls back and your hand goes underneath it? You got a kid screaming around the yard with half his hand missing. That's a horrible picture. I think that's too young myself. I think the whole thing should be the next age limit they go off of here in a minute. Okay, let's see here. So number 2, they say a kid needs to be at least 12 to run a push mower, which I think it should be a little bit older. And a lot of it depends on the kid too. A lot of it does depend on the kid. Okay. Projectiles, you know, coming out of where the grass flies out of your lawnmower, are dangerous as well. Be sure you walk the yard and make sure you don't run over anything that could be projected out of the lawnmower and hit somebody. Wear eye protection when mowing. I don't wear eye protection. This is the only eye protection I wear my readers. But they have some pits in them and stuff where things have blowed out of the lawnmower and hit me in the eye. And I've had trees whack me in the eye before. I had an old man that I grew up, one of my neighbors, he did get poked in his eye, and I think he lost a little bit of his vision in one eye because of a tree limb hit him while he's riding his tractor. So, something you need to watch. Eye protection is good. Should wear eye protection, at least sunglasses or your reading glasses or your eye glasses. If you don't wear eyeglasses, you should put safety glasses on, at least. You don't need a hard hat with a face shield and or a motorcycle helmet. You know, you could wear a motorcycle helmet with a full face shield, and then you'd probably be safe. I wouldn't mind having one full face shield motorcycle helmet if it was air conditioned. I mean, then it would be pretty nice. They didn't invent that. Okay, here's the last and final fourth rule. Can't believe they only got 4. Riding lawnmowers are particularly dangerous to young children, and they should be nowhere near a riding lawnmower or a passenger on a operating riding lawnmower. These machines are not toys and are not safe to even give kids rides on. I'm guilty of that. I used to let my kids mow. I don't know how old they were when they started mowing. Joseph was probably pretty young. I think they all were pretty kind of young, and I had an old mower. You had to push the clutch and push it forward. It was a belt drive, but you put it forward. It had like a in and out box on the in and out rear end where it's forward and backwards, and then a adjustable speed pulley on it where it would go just as fast forward as backward. You just hit the... Well, my kids didn't use the clutch because they couldn't reach it, so they just jammed it into forward, and then they pop it in the neutral and jam it in reverse. It's lasted... That transmission still works. They run it for 10 years and hit it back and forth, but that was a pretty good lawnmower. Okay, where was I? Let me see, I'll just start right here. These machines are not toys and are not safe to even give kids rides on. Okay, we've been there. The recommended age for operating a riding lawnmower is 16 years old. Be safe and enjoy time outside with your family. Just maybe after you mowed the lawn. Then you take your kids out and play in the grass after you mowed your grass. Unless you got a 16-year-old or older that wants to go out there and do the work for you. But what the problem is, 12 years old and stuff, they're wanting to help you do things. Or 10 to 12, 10 to 15, they're wanting to help you do things. They get 15 or 16, they start thinking about going wild, partying, running around, see how much food they can eat. You know what they think about. Last thing on their minds helping mom and dad get the lawn mowed. They want to go out and have fun when they're 16, so good luck with that. But it is something to think about. You don't want your kids getting hurt. Make damn sure they know how to do the lawnmower. Make damn sure. Because it ain't a toy. And if you have some kid coming over mowing your lawn, you're at risk. You're risking yourself right there for a big lawsuit and medical bills. You better make sure your insurance company will cover a kid getting his arm cut off by the lawnmower or something, or having a bad thing happen. I'm not gonna. It could be a bad deal. That's why you should always hire someone like me who's got insurance and experience. I'm not the best lawnmower mower guy in the world, probably, but you're not gonna have to pay for something if I get injured at your house, because I got insurance on myself and I got insurance on you if something flies out of my mower because you throwed something in your yard and I hit it. But if that kid that your friend one of your friend's kids comes over and mows your yard, and he hits your gas meter and runs over it, blows up the whole damn, and catches it on fire, and it gets burned real bad or something. It's just a something you think about. If he runs into your natural gas meter. I hit a gas pipe with my push mower along the side of the house because it came up out of the ground, then went in my house. like an elbow. I hit it and made it start leaking real bad. It could have caught on fire. But what if a kid does something like that? Catches on fire and burns down your house. I mean, you probably got insurance, maybe pay it. But the kid's parents, it may have to come up, and they may have to pay that money. Because the insurance company said, no, we're going to make this person pay for it that was mowing your lawn. They shouldn't have had their kid out there mowing it. So that was just a scenario. Something to think about. So be careful and be safe. Make sure your youngins are old enough to mow. And make sure you watch your back. Cover your own back. And you can take this video however you want. And leave a comment down below. And hit that little AL thing there, that square thing. It stands for Ammerman Lawns. Alright, we'll talk to y'all later. Y'all have a good one. Appreciate you watching my videos. It's either on this side or this side. It's got a little square thing that says AL. It stands for Ammerman Lawns. Subscribe. Lord loves a working man.